So I apologize in advance for the poor quality of this video. Just doing it on my iPhone. Wasn't planning on doing this today or any day, really. But for some reason today, I've spent a lot of time looking at articles about abortion, watching videos about abortion. I was doing that because, how long ago? I guess it was just about 5 years ago. I got pregnant for the second time. At the time, my son, who is now just about to be 7, he was a year old. The guy that I was with, we had known each other for about 3 months, and he had a 3-year-old daughter. He didn't have a very good job, nor did I. We didn't make very much money. It was already a struggle for me as a mom to take care of my son, who, was the child I had right there in front of me. So as I was doing some research today, I guess I was just wanting to understand more the actual abortion procedure, and I guess out of some morbid curiosity, I wanted to see images of fetuses who were aborted at the same gestational age that my second child was when I got an abortion. So I guess I can tell you about the day I found out I was pregnant with my second child. I had just had a huge fight with my boyfriend. We almost broke up that day. I was at his house and we talked for a while, and on the way back to my apartment, this feeling just hit me that said, you need to go get a pregnancy test. I hadn't missed a period yet. I was a few days away from it being that time. I really also hate that I'm saying so much, but since this is totally off the cuff, you're just gonna have to forgive me for that. So I went to the dollar store right around the corner from my house because like I said, I didn't have a very good job, didn't have a lot of money. At the time, I was living in a 1-bedroom apartment that cost $475 a month. I had just gotten a new job 3 weeks prior to this, where I was making a little bit more money, and I was feeling really hopeful about that. I was hoping that this job was going to give me a better opportunity to financially take care of my son. So I went and got a pregnancy test and went back to my apartment, sat in the bathroom, took the test. It pretty much immediately came up positive, and I immediately just started practically screaming the word fuck over and over. I was in complete shock, which I shouldn't have been. We weren't being particularly careful, and I take full responsibility for that. I had stopped the birth control I was taking. It was making me feel sick. My boyfriend at the time was very well aware of that, and we made the choice not to take other precautions. So that is completely on us. We weren't being safe, which is much like what happened with my first pregnancy. Just those were different circumstances. And I think it's easier sometimes it was easier for me with my first pregnancy because honestly, abortion was never really an option on the table with my first pregnancy, which was from somebody different. I was 19, he was 20. And being that we had neither of us had kids, you know it's going to be hard. You don't know exactly how hard. But everybody says, and especially where we live, which is in the Bible Belt, a lot, very conservative. Everybody just tells you it'll be fine, you'll figure it out. Babies are a blessing, whatever. And I've never once in my life regretted having my son, because he is wonderful and amazing, and the love I